Now students, you all understand that education and health is a very important source of human capital formation. Now what is the educational achievement in India till independence, and now how much we have gained the advantage, or how many there will be increase in the percentage of education in India. So the educational achievement in India are: first is, these should be measured by adult literacy rate, primary completion rate, and youth literacy rate. First is adult literacy rate. Adult literacy rate, you know that number of adult person, those who are getting education, those who are educated. So it was increased. That is in 1990 to 2000, the rate of adult literacy rate was increased. That is in 1990, the total number of male adult male, only 61.9% people are getting education, and that was increased to 68.4 in 2000. Female, when we are talking about the female literacy rate was, adult literacy rate was 37.9 in 1990. That was very less as compared to man, and it was increased to 45.4 in 2000. That is, adult literacy rate was increased in from 1990 to 2000. The male and female ratio is different because in our country there is a gender bias is there. You all know that there is a creating a difference between the male and female literacy level, because in our country at the time of independence the women are not having any right to get education. Only very 7% of the women are have the right to get education. But this was changed slowly and gradually, and now more women are have right given the right, and more women are interested for getting education. But then also, as we are comparing to man, the proportion of the percentage on total population will be very less. So out of the total population in adult literacy rate, the male is 61.9 in 1990, and it was increased to 68.4% in 2000. Female literacy rate की बात करेंगे तो 37.9 in 1990, and it was increased to 45.4 in 2000. Next is primary completion rate. Primary completion rate, you know that number of person, that is out of the total population, how many number of person are getting primary education. That means how many are completed the primary education. कितने लोग जो है वो primary education complete कर चुके हैं. So that was the ratio of male and female. The number of male percentage is till 1990, the percentage of male, those who has completed primary education, is 78%, and it was increased to 85%. Female ratio is 61% in 1990, and it is also increased to 69%. So the primary completion rate in our country was increased, but then also it was very less as compared to the developed countries. Developed countries के comparison में अभी भी हमारे देश में primary education जितने लोगों ने complete किया है वो कम है, but it was increased from 1990 to 2000. Next is youth literacy rate. Youth literacy rate, you know that number of youths, those who has completed their education. So the youth literacy rate was, that is the age between 15 years to 24 years. So in this category, the ratio of male and female is, the male, when we are talking about the male literacy rate, youth literacy rate, that is 76.6%. 1990 में 76% male persons are getting education, and now it was increased to 79.7 in 2000. Female literacy rate was also increased. Youth literacy rate, that is at the time of 1990 में 54.2% youth women are getting education, and it was increased to 64.8% in 2000. That is also again less. अभी भी हमारे देश में वुमेन और मैन और वुमेन में जो है कंपैरिजन होता है. They are not having equal right, they are not having rights in getting education, rights in getting higher education. So this should be changed. गवर्नमेंट को इसके लिए एफर्ट्स करनी चाहिए दैट इट शुड बी चेंज. जेंडर बायस शुड नॉट बी देयर इन एजुकेशन सेक्टर, एंड द गवर्नमेंट हैज डूइंग सो मच एफर्ट्स इन इंक्रीजिंग द फैसिलिटीज और एक्सपेंडिचर ऑन प्राइमरी एजुकेशन एंड हायर एजुकेशन, एंड ऑल्सो increasing the adult literacy rate also. But then also we need more funds. We need more intervention of government in education sector, that more and more people of our country should be educated. Now what was the future prospects of educational sector in India? Future में हमारे education sectors में क्या changes होंगे? Education for all is still a distant dream. Education for all, you all know that government has started the scheme, that Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan, that everyone in our country should have a basic right to get education, and even for under this government has started the scheme that free and compulsory education should be given to each and every child up to the age of 14 years. So according to that, education for all is government has started, but now also it is still a distant dream. अभी भी हमारा सपना ही है कि अभी भी हमारे देश में शिक्षित लोग या इलिटरेट लोग अभी भी हैं, हम completely literacy नहीं ला पाए हैं अभी तक. Next is higher education. A few takers in our country, the pyramid of getting higher education was very steep at the top, because primary education people are taking, and then slowly and gradually, because of poor financial condition, or because of any other obstacle or hindrances, many will left their higher education, and many less people are getting higher education. So higher education, only few students are taking in our country, and this should be increased. We have to increase the number of people. कुछ लोग होते हैं जो 10th पास करके ही स्कूल छोड़ देते हैं, 12th पास करके स्कूल छोड़ जाते हैं, they are not getting higher education. So when their people are not getting higher education, so how we are thinking of the human capital formation in our country? If we want to increase the human capital, we have to focus on higher education sector also. Government has to do more efforts in increasing the expenditure on higher education, and also promoting the child to take higher education. For that, government should give special attention, should provide special benefits like loan facilities, education loans, and for backward and rural areas, people should be given more importance to get education, higher education, and they should be given extra benefits. So this was the future prospects of in India, that we have planning for education for all, but it is not, it is again a dream only, and then we have to work more for that, and higher education should be very less people are getting. So you can understand, student, that human capital formation is requirement of our country, and requirement of the this present era. So we have to increase the more human capital in our country, and this will be possible only when we are having good number of people, healthy people in our country, and also they are educated one. We have not to think of the illiterate person in our country. We have to give education for all. We have to start more and more campaigns so that everyone should get educated. We have to aware people of benefits of education. If they are educated, automatically they will think better, and they will work for the progress of the country. Government has to do efforts for the migration of our brain drain. That means we have to stop brain drain. We have to utilize the means our manpower, that is, if efficient person of our country, specialized person, that those who are special knowledge of their, having good degrees, good doctors, good engineers, good scientists. So we have to stop them to migrate from our country. We should insist them to work in our country, and we should give them prospects, so that they don't want to leave their country and work for other country. हम चाहते हैं कि हम अपने देश के जो हमारे इतने जो हम इंडिया इज वेरी रिच इन एजुकेशन. India is having a trained number of people, very efficient number of scientists, efficient doctors, efficient engineers, efficient IITians, and their services are taken by other countries. So they are getting advantage of our resource, our persons. So we have to make efforts so that they should not remove from our country. वो हमारे देश में रह के ही हमारे देश की सेवा करें, ताकि हम भी हमारी कंट्री को डेवलप कंट्री बना सके. So we need human capital formation, and this human capital formation is increasing in our country.